And our word for today on this Wednesday of the 13th week in Ordinary Time, our word for today is cry, taken from our reading from the book of Genesis today. Let me set the table. We have Abraham, we have Hagar, and of course we have Sarah. And Sarah has encouraged Abraham to go in and sleep with the maidservant because she has not gotten pregnant in the time that she thought she should get pregnant. Hagar does get pregnant, and then, of course, Sarah herself gets pregnant later with Isaac, and she has great resentment toward Hagar, and particularly toward Ishmael, because Ishmael is playing now with Isaac. She wants nothing to do with it, so she tells Abraham, send her away, get rid of her. Abraham is distressed over the whole thing. God comes to Abraham and said, go ahead and send her away, send Hagar away, and I will take care of them. I will raise up a great nation after your son Ishmael. And that's where we find ourselves. Now Hagar has been given one little bottle of water and some bread and sent on her way. And of course, the water runs out, the food runs out. Then placing the child on her back, he sent her away, talking about Abraham sending Hagar away. As she roamed aimlessly in the wilderness of Beersheba, the water in the skin was used up. So she put the child down under a shrub and then went down and sat down opposite him, about a bow shot away, for she said to herself, let me not watch to see my child die. As she sat opposite Ishmael, he began to cry. God heard the boy's cry, and God's messenger called to Hagar from heaven. And he showed her where a well was, and both she and Ishmael were saved. God heard the cry of that child. Now we see in our responsorial Psalm 34, the Lord hears the cry of the poor. When the poor one called out, the Lord heard, and from all his distress he saved him. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and delivers them. Brothers and sisters, the Lord God is attentive to our need. And yes, he's attentive to our need if we are servants of him, if we've given ourselves completely over to him, if we belong to him. Of course, he's attentive to our need. I will be honest with you. There were many years in my life when I did not serve the Lord, but I can look back and I can see that the Lord was still attentive to my need. He was still taking care of me, even in miraculous ways, even though I had not acknowledged him. That is how sensitive he is to our cry, particularly the cry of the poor, brothers and sisters. And let this not be misunderstood. The Lord is sensitive in a particular way to the poor. And we better be too. And if we cannot belong to him and in any way mistreat the poor or disregard the poor or look upon them as less than when they are cherished by him and he hears their cry. He is taking care of their need, and many times he is looking to us as members of his body to take care of their needs. So we ought not miss that. Now we see in the Gospel of Matthew chapter 8, the swineherds ran away. This is Jesus encountering the two demoniacs, and they ask if they can be released into the swine. And the swine, Jesus says yes, and then the swine make their way down a steep cliff, and they all die and they all perish. What are the people of the town worried about? They're worried about the loss of the swine. What is Jesus worried about? He's worried about the cry of the possessed. He didn't do a favor for the demon. He didn't care about the demon being comfortable. He cared about the demoniacs being made free, brothers and sisters. Why? Because he heard their cry. He heard their pain, and he ministered to them. But the people of the town had other concerns, more so than the two people that had been made free, the thing that they should have been focusing on. They were not hearing the cry of those individuals, but God was. He always hears the cries of his children and ministers to us. Cry, our word for today.